Today we're going on a journey that stretches across thousands of kilometers, hundreds of years, and ends with one tiny tribe founding one of the biggest empires the world has ever seen. I'm talking about the Kayi tribe, the ancestors of the Ottoman Empire. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's trace this route from the very beginning. Every great story needs an origin, and the Kayi story starts with a legend. According to old Turkic tradition, the Kayi tribe descends from Gunhan, the eldest son of the legendary Oğuz Kağan. Because of this, Kayi was placed in the senior wing of the 24 Oghuz tribes, known as the Bozok, or the Gray Arrow Wing. And that mattered a lot back then. It basically meant Kaya had status and prestige from the very start. Their totem animal was the gerfalcon, a powerful hunting bird, and their tribal name actually means strong. Now there's no date for any of this. It's genealogical legend, passed down through storytellers and old chronicles, but it sets the tone. Before we get into the actual movement, let's talk about where the Kayi first lived. Their homeland, along with the rest of the Oghuz tribes, was a region called Jetisu, which means 7 rivers. Today, this is roughly southeastern Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan, around places like Issyk-Kul and the Talas and Chu river valleys. This was home for a long time, until it wasn't. Around the year 766, things changed fast. The Karluk tribe, backed by their Uyghur allies, pushed the entire Oghuz confederation, Kayı included, right out of Jetisu. And just like that, the migration begins. The tribes moved west, heading toward the Aral steppe, looking for new land to call home. This wasn't a quick move, though. From around 750 to 1055, the Oghuz confederation settled between the Caspian and Aral seas, along the Sir Darya River, with their capital at a city called Yangi-Kent. We don't have exact details about where Kayi specifically settled within it. Now here's where the historical trail gets a little hazy. Between the 11th and 12th centuries, as Seljuk power expanded into Khorasan and Persia, Turkmen and Oghuz groups moved along with that general westward drift. There's no source that directly places Kayi in specific Seljuk battles during this time. So think of this as a quiet chapter. By the 12th and early 13th centuries, the Kayi had settled near a place called Mahan, somewhere between Khorasan and Turkestan. This became their known home base before everything changed. And it's here that we get real names in the story. A bey named Kaya Alp, who lived from around 1140 to 1214, and his son, Suleiman Shah. And then, disaster struck. In the early 13th century, Genghis Khan's armies swept through Central Asia, conquering Khwarezm and threatening the entire region, including Mahan. Suleiman Shah knew he couldn't stay, so he made the call, pack up and lead the Kayi tribe west, away from the Mongol storm, searching for safer land. The tribe traveled a long way, eventually reaching the Euphrates River, and this is where the journey takes a tragic turn. While trying to cross the river near Qal'at Jabar, also known as Jabar Castle, close to Aleppo, Suleiman Shah drowned. He was buried right there. And get this, his tomb is still considered Turkish sovereign territory to this very day, even though it's been relocated a few times over the centuries. After Suleiman Shah's death, the Kayi tribe faced a crossroads, literally. His elder sons, Gündoğdu Bey and Sungurtekin Bey, took the larger group, about 1,000 people, and turned back east, heading toward Alat and Central Asia. But his younger sons, Ertuğrul and Dündar, made a different choice. Along with their mother, Jaime Hatun, they took a smaller group of around 400 people and kept pushing west, into Anatolia. And this smaller group, this is the one that changes history. Ertuğrul's group moved through Diyarbakir, then up to the Pasınlar Plateau near Erzurum. From there, they pushed further west to Kayseri, and then continued on toward the Ankara region. And here's the turning point. Near Ankara, Ertuğrul and Dündar's small cavalry force ran into a battle between the Seljuk Sultan Alaaeddin Kikubad I and a Byzantine army. Instead of staying out of it, they jumped in, on the Seljuk side, and their intervention actually tipped the battle in the Sultan's favor. Kikubad was grateful. Around 1231, he rewarded Ertuğrul with a frontier territory, known as an üs, centered on 2 places, Söğüt, used as summer pasture, and Domaniç, used as winter pasture, both near Bilecik. This was the moment. This piece of land, given as a reward for one battle, would become the birthplace of an empire. From 1231 onward, Ertuğrul ruled this little frontier principality from Söğüt, slowly expanding against the neighboring Byzantine lords. He died around 1280 or 1281, and his son, Osman I, took over. Osman kept expanding, and by 1299, the Ottoman Beylik was officially founded. If you enjoyed this journey, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which part of this story surprised you the most. See you in the next video.